My baby peas with this.
She got me for ransom, I don't think I wanna pay. As crazy as it seems, you can keep me one more day. Cause I just wanna love. She put a bag on my face, she heard all I had to say. Stockholm syndrome, how she get me this way. She got me for ransom, I don't even wanna pay. Cause I just wanna love someone today. I just wanna love someone today. Yeah, I just wanna love someone today.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to Single Mom Stereotypes. And we're doing it again. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Welcome, guys. Happy Valentine's Day. That's the first thing I want to say to you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Today I don't got the Pikachu's on because, we got the crown out here for the Valentine's Day. You know? So welcome, stereotypers. How are you? What is up? What are y'all doing for Valentine's Day? That's what I really want to know. But anyways, welcome to episode 2. All right. Now, this episode is called Love, Lust, and Loneliness. All right. So I'm just so excited, guys. Like, last week was the first week and it went so well. And I'm just like ecstatic. I just want to tell y'all that. So I think I'm going to let y'all know, I love all the comments that I've gotten around the first one, and it was just beautiful. But let's jump into episode 2, Love, Lust, and Loneliness. So first thing I want to talk about is love, because love is beautiful, and I think it'll be fun. Okay, so what is love? For me, and the way that I define love is it's complex but simple. And the simplest way to describe it is two people being able to be their full selves, the whole version of them, right? And as a single mom, being able to share your whole self, that would bring me personally, it'd bring me so much joy to be able to share all of who I am, because all of who I am also includes my beautiful children. For me, love is super scary, and as you know, I failed a couple of times at this point. Just saying, just a couple. And for me, there's a little voice in my head that says you are the common denominator. So what's going on? And that's just a constant. When I really think about it, I'd be like, that song that goes, I'm searching for a real love. Someone, real love. Oh. And that song rings in my head all the time. When I think about love, it's a beautiful song. And, I think sometimes I feel like I have glanced at the chance of it, but not not full-fledged, holy filled, ooh, I got love. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to romance. And I'm sharing this with you, single moms, because it's okay that we ain't got there yet. You know what I'm saying? It's truly okay that we ain't gotten to the point where we be like, oh my God, I'm in love. And it ain't too late, so don't think that either. It's never too late to find love. So I wanted to tell y'all, this episode I did street interviews, and it was the dopest thing that I could ever have done. And these street interviews are lit. And we're going to call this segment Streets Meets Meeks. So the first person that we're going to hear from is an awesome gentleman. His name is Jorge, so let's just hear what Jorge has to say. Hey y'all, it's your girl Meek. How y'all doing? I'm back with another street interview. We're going to go ahead and get into this. Introduce yourself.
I'm Jorge.
He's Jorge. Jorge, tell them what your Instagram is so they can find you.
Jorge, HXRHAY.
That voice kind of sexy, ain't it, y'all? Ain't it sexy? It's mad sexy. All right, so first question is, do you think that a single mom deserves love?
Of course.
Would you when it comes to a single mom, do you decide with love or lust when you first see a single mom? And would you date a single mom?
With single moms, I don't play with single moms because, that's involving family. So it's like, if you got any respect for kids, which I have my kids, so you look at single moms differently versus when you just see any random other female, you can just have fun with.
I like that answer. Might have to talk to Jorge. I think I'm going to talk to Jorge, guys. So that is the end of our questions with Jorge. Of course, y'all see more of him. As soon as he drops some new music, he'll be on the podcast talking about it later. All right, now, tell me his voice isn't everything. And he handsome too. I'm not going to hold y'all. He really is handsome. I'm just saying. Stereotypers. Honestly, one thing that I've learned from this segment that I was actually super shocked about, but I think that I was more so shocked that men had so many good things to say about single moms. And I think that in our heads, there's always these evil, ugly things that play out. But I was just like, oh my God, that is so nice. So as we go on, you're going to hear more of these street interviews that I'm doing. And you're going to see these people are filled with love, for single moms. So single moms, they really out here, and they really do they might be a little intimidated, but they be loving on us. I'm just saying, just so you know. So shout out to you men. You know what I'm saying? All the men, everywhere. I just want to say shout out to you because, that's even a stigma in itself and a stereotype in itself that felt like all men just despise single moms. But that ain't even the case. And everybody can be a stereotyper. So, this is just me seeing what it is. I am now aware that men find us awesome and we deserve love. So I thought that was really dope. But let's get back into it, honestly. All right. So when I think about loving a single mom, it has its challenges, right? But stereotypers, one thing that I have learned from this segment is that all men don't think bad things about us. They had some really awesome things to say about single moms, and it felt really good. So shout out to all the men out there. That's all I'm saying. Y'all are awesome, and anybody can be a stereotyper. I'm just so excited that I was wrong about this, right? So anywho, let's get back into it. And I want to say, like Jorge said, if you gonna love her, love her wholly or step off. And I love that he said that because it's really important. So loving a single mom does have its challenges, right? But some dope things to know is that single moms is possible. Single moms are super affectionate and caring by nature. Single moms are family centered. And let me tell you, number 4, single moms be cooking and you like to eat, you like to eat. So there's all those beautiful things that you have to look forward to. affection, caring by nature, family oriented, and you getting some food. Come on now. You see what I'm saying? So, loving a single mom can sound very intimidating, right? But if you really if you really go after her, like if you really go after her heart, you would be able to see some surprising things from her. Like you would see her loving you back wholly, you know, which is something that I know that you want anyways. And it's going to be tenfold the way she'll love you back. And now, if I may, I would like to suggest some relationship tips when pursuing a single mom. And these are just things that I think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, single moms, like you can write in the comments if I'm not right about the things that I'm about to say. But these are some things that I would really want. And I think when it comes to love, these are things that you would want to look at as well. So at the very top of this list is making her feel secure. Okay? Like making that a priority. Because as a single mom, we're a single mom. So, that means that someone rejected us, someone left us, someone abandoned us sometimes, or like it just didn't work out. So, you know, making sure that we're secure in that way, not like checking for her insecurities, but making sure that she's secure with where you guys are, what you're doing, and how you feel about her is very important. And you should definitely make that a priority. Um, Offer emotional support. And what does that even look like, right? So, as a single mom, right, we're under a tremendous amount of like just pressure. And one of the biggest pressures that we have is providing for our children, right? Financially and emotionally. So, if you could be the kind of partner who can listen without trying to solve every problem, that would be dope too. Because we can work things out like in time. It'll work itself out. So like be able to be a good listener as well. Some other cool things that I think would be really important is be patient. Be patient. You know, be be open to listening. Be opening to being understanding. And most one of the most important things that I would tell you when trying to date a single mom is being consistent. You know, for me that is so important. Consistency is something that as single moms we struggle with getting, like, um and that's not your fault, but if you can be consistent, that would help with the security part of things as well. um the other thing that's really important, I personally think, is be open to learning about dating 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 her, right? um with her kids, and like just enjoy that experience of how that unfolds. Ain't nobody asking you to be nobody's dad or nothing like that, but enjoy that process, like of really dating her with the kids. Because what I will tell you is that kids are cool. Like kids are just so freaking cool. And when they see that you're there for their mom, like you, yes, you partner, that you are really truly there for their mom, and you're not gonna walk out her life, like that relationship could be so beautiful. I'm just saying, like it really can. And then the other thing that's really important, I think, is to learn to become like in sync with your partner. Like let all that other outside noise like die out. Like, but be in sync with her. If you're in sync with her, things can be so beautiful. So, those are just like some of the things that that I think would help when like really going after a single mom wholeheartedly. Let me know, guys, if it helped, ladies, partners. Like, let me know if it helped. For me, I think they're really cool things that I gave you guys. Now, I'm gonna leave you with this quote before we jump into the next segment, and I really want you, as partners or future partners, to really hear me. Hear me when I say this. Okay? Now look at me right here, right here, right here. Dating a single mom doesn't mean you'll be playing daddy. It means that you're becoming a part of a family and a role model to a child or children. That's it. Okay? And if that's too much for you, like Jorge said, you could just step off if you ain't gonna come correct. Period. Pooh. Now, I just gave the guys or the females or your partner a little insight. Now, single moms, I want to just touch base with you real quick because, sometimes we could be blocking our own blessings and that ain't cool. So let's just jump into this real quick because you know what I'm talking about. Like, you could really block your own blessings and we don't need to do that. So now, single moms, when you're trying to date, okay, when you're trying to find love, these are things that I really want you to think about, okay? I really want you to think about this. And I don't want you to play around. Like, let's get into it. Let's get into it because we got some things that we got to be working out too. So first and foremost, single moms, be upfront about the babies because I have heard some stories. I got boys, y'all. I got boys. Guys, I got you. I got y'all. I got y'all. So be upfront about the babies. And if you really want to find love, girl, take a chance. Like, really put yourself out there. Like, don't try to run from it. Just do it. Like, put yourself out there. Make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, go full out for the potential partner that you could possibly have. Now, this one really hits hard, and I don't want you to feel no kind of way, but you got to leave the past in the past. Leave the past over there. Stay right here in the moment. Be grounded in this new potential, but leave the past over there. They didn't do it, so don't take it out on them. Don't even jump into this if you ain't even ready to let go of the past. Let go of that past so you can find your future. Yes, on period. Now, the most important part of all of this, and this is something that I find myself on a consistent basis struggling with, and this is it, all right? Like, honestly, you deserve love, single mom. You are worthy of love. You deserve love, and you're worthy of being loved. You deserve love, and you are worthy of being loved. And that is something that I really need you to hear me wholeheartedly. This is why I've repeated it 3 times. Not for no other reason, but I want you to really hear me. You deserve love, and you're worthy of love.
Let's just drift, baby. Let's get sideways. Let's just drift, baby. Let's get sideways. I won't tell us all how you roll. Let's let's get sideways. Let's just drift, baby. Let's get sideways. I won't tell us all how you roll. Let's get sideways.
I guess you guys can figure out what we're talking about next. We're talking about lust. If you have the video version, you'll understand why that was so funny. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about lust because lust is just, you know what I'm saying? It's just so spicy. Oh, my bra strap. Let me just fix that really quick. But guys, okay, so let's really start over. I'm going to be ready now. I'm going to stop playing. Okay. And action. Okay. So now that we did a little switcheroo, you know, little outfit change real quick, got the girls out, you know, we're going to talk about lust. Yeah. So when we talk about lust, guys, like, there's two sides of it. There's you, and then there's the person of interest, right? Like, when you really think about, like, what is lust? For me, lust is desire, sex, passion, sex, fantasy, and of course, more sex. That's just for me. That's just for me. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And for me personally, I'm always in a state of lust, whether I'm doing the lusting or someone's lusting over me. Yeah. And I'm be honest, like, I'm lusty. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm really a clown, guys, honestly. But, so before we even move forward with Miss Lusty over here, I want you guys to hear from this other guy. Yo, he had me dying with this street interview. So we're going to do the same segment. Streets meets Meeks. Let's just get into it real quick. Hey guys, so we're back with another interview. Yeah, we are. We're so back. We're back. It's your girl Tam, aka Mika, aka Time Action Money Baby. And we're here with another gentleman, just trying to see what he thinks about single moms.
I love them. I support the single moms. On God, you could be on that strip pole, a server, a bartender. I love the single moms. No cap.
So what's the first thing that you think of when you think of single moms?
Nasty. When the kids, I swear to God, when they get rid of the kids, they ready. They ready to go party.
They're ready to do what?
Go party.
What do you mean? What do you mean party?
As soon as she drop little Day off at grandma's crib, like, she going to the club, she going to the bar, or she going to her nigga house.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
Me too.
So she gets nasty.
For sure.
So you've had single moms get nasty, is what you're saying?
I've been a sugar baby before. She was lovely. Best experience of my life. Donna, if you out there, call me. I miss you.
I can't. And we're gone. Tell me that wasn't funny. Like, he's ridiculous. He's literally so funny. Just a comedian. Literally just a comedian. Now, honestly, I've been told some crazy things about myself in my day too. Like, I've been told that I have lustful eyes. So, I had to exaggerate the lashes. I've been called a Jezebel. I've been told, just accept that you'll never be someone's wife. Like, for me personally, that was probably the toughest one to hear. And that came from, like, someone who knew me. You know who you are. And I'm sure you'll listen. So, but whatever. Yeah, it's so crazy how people can put like labels on single moms. And she's only good for this one thing, just this one thing. Like it's like they view us as like used baggage or something. Let me tell you something. We're not. Thank you very much. Like, stop it right now. But like media and society really they could just like really allow you as a single mom to feel like you're trapped, and you you just can fall into these crazy like just traps just by watching and following things on social media, or like media in general, movies, especially the way that they depict us in movies. That is always, always just outrageous. And the trap is like they view us as an object. Like, it's crazy. But a great question that I suggest you, single moms, to ask yourself is, and when you're like talking to someone, whether you're trying to stay right here in this moment with lust, or if you want a little bit more, a great question for me is like, do you want me or do you want my body? You want me or you want my body? Like really like pose that question, because it's very, very important that you do so. Now, stereotypers. Honestly, lust is not all negative. And I don't want you to think that I think lust is negative, because it's not. Because guess what? Lust is actually the first step into love. Isn't that like amazing? Yes, you heard me. Lust is lust is like the attraction. Like it's definitely like the attraction, like the attraction we have for one another. Whether it's like, you know, how they smell, or, you know, how they dress, how they walk. It's what attracts you to them. And for me personally, I love a good smelling man with a great smile. Hey, Jorge. But as you can see, me just like sitting in lust, you see my two results. Them two beautiful children. That's what I get. You see what I'm saying? My lusting ass. Shaking my head. But lust can also be like a fantasy of distractions, if that makes sense. And I hope you can understand where I'm going with this. Like, single moms, as you go through like this journey of single momming and figuring out like if you and the interests are staying surface level versus, going deeper into the connection, we really have to be mindful of what we're doing, because, at this point, little eyes are always watching us. And you know what little eyes I'm talking about. Like, pleasure is great. I mean, like, pleasure is fantastic. Like, I love it. Like, freaky great. Like, but at the same time, what I would say is that, like, intimacy and relationships added to the mix is like 10 times better. Like, if you really wholeheartedly think about it, like, pleasure is amazing. It is. But just pair it with a couple other things. That's just beautiful, And I'm be straight up with y'all, like, single moms, there is no judgment from me. Like, right here, right now, there's no judgment. So do what you want to do. Like, literally, because I'm a hot ass mess, and I'm not going to hold you. Like, I really am a hot ass mess. So that's just what it is. Ain't no judgment over here. But as an honorary member of the Single Mom Association. Passion, commitment, acceptance, intimacy, like, can be a long-term goal. Like, that literally can be a long-term goal. That's all I'm saying. When I'm talking about lust, that's it. Like, we could get more than just lust. Or, honestly, you can find yourself stuck in the next topic. Loneliness. We're going to take a quick little break to jump into the next fit.
She told me that I was looking for love, looking for love, that I'm looking for love.
Hey guys, all right, so this is the last fit of the day. Yes, this is my snuggly wuggly loneliness fit. For those who are watching on like YouTube, you'll be able to see it. For those listening to the podcast, I know you can't hear me. I mean, you can only hear me, you can't see me, but it's real snuggly wuggly. And I got my Pikachu with me because Pikachu brings me comfort. So this last segment we're doing is loneliness. And before we even jump into it, I got this dope ass artist that I want y'all to hear his song. You know it's Valentine's Day, so I figured I'd break y'all off with a little something, something. So here he is. And I'm going to put all his information right here so you can take a listen. And in the description box below, you'll be able to click on his new EP that is out. And it's going to have some dope songs on it. So listen in, tune in. It'll be really worth it. All right.
Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. She told me that I was looking for love. Yeah, that I'm looking for love. Cause the phone heartbeats too. Yeah, the phone heartbeats too. The phone heartbeats too. Cause the phone heartbeats too. She said she get lonely, I said me too. Cause the phone heartbeats too. Girl, I know your heart beats too. Cause the phone heartbeats too. I'm feeling for loyalty. I know you a queen, let me show you some royalty. The vibe is amazing, it's more than amazing. I rock with your patience. Oh, where you from? Cause I'm liking your accent. I see you ain't slacking, I fuck with your fashion. A real go-getter, I'm loving your passion. We be loving all night. Can we love all night? Can we love all night? Can we love all night? If it's for one night, can we love all night? The whole night. Give me the green light, then girl, hold on tight. Cause the phone heartbeats too. Yeah, the phone heartbeats too. The phone heartbeats too. Cause the phone heartbeats too. She said she get lonely, I said me too. Cause the phone heartbeats too. Girl, I know your heartbeats too. Cause the phone heartbeats too. We be loving all night. Can we love all night? Can we love all night? Can we love all night? If it's just one night, can we love all night? The whole night. Give me the green light, then girl, hold on tight. She told me that I was looking for love, looking for love, that I'm looking for love. Cause the phone heartbeats too. Yeah, the phone heartbeats too. The phone heartbeats too. Cause the phone heartbeats too. She said she get lonely, I said me too. Cause the phone heartbeats too. Girl, I know your heart. Cause the phone heartbeats too.
So now, loneliness. That song was so dope. And when I think about loneliness, you know, one song plays in my head. I'm pretty sure you know what song it is. I'm so lonely. I have nobody to call my own. Whoa, I am so lonely. That song like rings in my head all the time. especially when I'm like on some like lonely stuff. But loneliness for a single mom hits so differently. And as we go through this segment, you will see exactly what I mean by that. Like, honestly, loneliness, there's like a constant mind fuck that you go through sometimes. And it's overwhelmingly outrageous. Between comparing, disapprovals, judgments, identity crisis, self hate talks, and then, the big old bad boys, deep isolation, and the constant sadness, which can then turn into depression. Single momming sometimes can truly suck. In these moments, of course. Like, they can suck, and can't nobody tell me differently. And for me personally, I have always felt like alone, even with my dope ass family and my friends, like by my side. I could never really shake like this void of raising my kids alone. And it's still a struggle for me right now. There's a question that like plays on repeat, and sometimes it even screams at me. And it's why? Why? Why do I have to do this alone? Why doesn't he want to help me? Why is this happening? Like, why? Just why? Like, on a constant repeat. And this question can seriously sometimes leave me so paralyzed. And it sucks to be stuck. It sucks to be stuck. As a single mom, like, you literally can do nothing to protect yourself from loneliness because it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? The biggest thing is, are you going to let it fester and start breeding bitterness and depression? Like, that's definitely up to you, single moms. So you gotta really think about that. For me, I think that birthdays and holidays are the most challenging. Um, and there's so many happy moments within these like events, like when your kids are smiling, when they're opening up presents and they're thanking you. You see their little faces and they're so happy. It's so great. It really is. But then this little voice be whispering, "You're alone." Like, what? Let me have a little joy. And that right there is something we're gonna jump into, and I'm gonna help describe a couple different kinds of loneliness, because there's not just one. So the first one we're gonna talk about is internal loneliness, which can like sucker punch you so freaking hard. Like, so hard. And then the other two be coming in with like kicks to the face, and the other one be choking you out. And that's developmental loneliness, and then situational loneliness. And I want to define them for you, because the only way to beat negativity is to understand it, be aware of it, and be prepared to whoop negativity's ass. So that's what we're going to do. Okay? So internal loneliness is the perception of being alone, which makes a person feel lonely. Then there's situational loneliness, which is when we feel lonely as a result of changing of a circumstance, or a certain time, right? And then the third one, developmental loneliness, it's it emerges like when a person doesn't feel as though they're developing at the same rate as their peers. So, with that being said, stereotypers and single moms, now you can see why I'd be like, single momming hits different when it comes to loneliness. Like, it really does. And I know stereotypers, that was a lot. I know. That was a lot for the stereotypers. That was a lot for the single moms. I know. But let's switch gears a little bit and we're going to go onward to solutions. Now, every problem has a solution. There's always a way to step over and overcome any situation. Okay? And that's on period. Remember, Meeks told you that. Feel the pain, but don't sit in it or try to avoid loneliness. Speak and write about loneliness. Practice gratitude. Create a new identity as a single mom. Okay? Don't just let people dictate and label you as for what you are. Like, I rebranded myself for what and who I wanted to be on period. Okay? And you can do the same thing. Be brave. Do not self-isolate. But at the same time, don't create codependency. Be aware of like needy tendencies. As you're opening up to people, little spurts of love can make you feel real like open where you might look kind of needy or become needy. Don't do that. And be aware of it. Be aware when it's coming out. And what you want to do is create proper boundaries between you and all parties, whether it's the lover, the luster, the friend, the family, whoever it is. Make sure you're creating proper boundaries around them, single moms. Now, I tell you all of these things just because I love you and I really want you to understand that you're worthy of love, joy, happiness, and of course, peace. Dead serious. And that was just for you, single moms. Now, stereotypers, it's Valentine's Day. And it's the love season. And what would be so beautiful is if you can help reassure us, friends, family, cousins, reassure the single moms in your life that they're not alone, because media and society says that we're less desirable, that we're second-class citizens. So let's prove them wrong. Till next time, watch your mouth when it comes to single moms, because Meek's gonna have something to say. With love, of course. Happy Valentine's Day.
Single mother stereotypes, but watch your mouth. Single mother stereotypes, but watch your mouth. But watch your mouth. But watch your mouth.